If you like shooters, if you like guns that kick ass, and if you like zombies, this series might speak to you. But you just gotta ignore this tiny little detail. Across the many years I've been alive, I have been a big fan of zombies, Cod Zombies, and because I am extremely mentally ill, I have tried many times to get many people into it. But something I noticed is that neurodivergent people really do not want to try zombies as a whole, probably because of this part of the title. Call of Duty in the modern day really has garnered the stereotype of being a slop series, in the same vein as modern sports games like NBA 2K and Madden. Basically, video games for people who don't actually like video games. But zombies, up to a certain point in time, is different. It's actually engaging and interesting. In this video, I'm mainly going to be discussing the zombies modes generalizing these 4 titles: World at War, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, and Black Ops 3. This is what I like to call the classic era, and I can already hear the fanboys of BO6 rattling in their cage, and I am just gonna put it out that it's fine if you like zombies post BO4. I just don't. I don't think the characters are as endearing, I don't think the maps are interesting, and I don't think the heaps and heaps of mechanics they continue to add benefit the experience in any way. I also don't like that nearly every single 2D asset the game uses was made in Midjourney. But enough about the games I don't care about, it's time to talk about the games I do care about. Zombies at its core is a simple game that pretty much anyone can pick up and play. You spawn in and are tasked with one goal, last as long as you can. Throughout the map, you'll find wall weapons you can buy, the mystery box, which allows you to roll for a random weapon, a power switch, which allows you to access anything that needs electricity, soda machines that give you a special ability until you die, like extra health or faster reload times, and the end-all be-all, the Pack-a-Punch machine, which allows you to upgrade your held weapon for a hefty sum of points. This formula is simple but effective. This is one of the best games to play with a cluster of buddies if you want to kill some time and see how far you can get. The thing is though, this on its own isn't all that interesting. What makes zombies entertaining to me is its distinct zombie fighting battlefields and something else super cool I'll touch on later. The zombies maps themselves started out relatively simple. In World at War, we got only 4 maps: Nacht-der-Untoten, a gloomy Nazi zombie-infested airfield; Verrückt, a creepy asylum that introduced the perk drinks; Shinonuma, a grimy Japanese swamp; and Der Riese, a Nazi science facility that originally gave birth to the zombie hordes, and introduced the Pack-a-Punch machine. These maps are as simple as they get, and perfect for players who want a simple, shoot zombies and survive experience. As you shoot zombies, you'll gain points, which you can spend on various weapons and upgrades, and in addition, every now and then a power-up will drop from a killed zombie. Picking up one of these will cause the announcer to announce the power-up collected in a badass voice, and for whatever the power-up does for you to take place. Most of them, like double points, insta-kill, and max ammo, are self-explanatory, but there's a few in there that have less obvious effects on first glance. Carpenter gives everyone 200 points and boards up all the barricades in the map, which is pretty damn useless. Nuke kills all zombies on the map and grants 400 points, which is not something you want to pick up in the early game, since you can get way more points by just shooting zombies with your gun. Death Machine allows you to blast zombies with a minigun, which is pretty fun to do, all things considered. And Fire Sale causes the mystery box, the main way you'll find weapons to shoot zombies with, to only cost 10 points and appear at every spawn location it can for a short time. Speaking of the mystery box, when you're rolling the box, you might notice some odd-looking weaponry. The ray gun, available on every single map in Ether history, is your introduction to the other cool thing, wonder weapons. These far-out arms are, for the most part,
not scientifically possible
and quite rare. While the ray gun is one of the most iconic wonder weapons, blasting zombies with green balls of energy is not the most powerful way to kill zombies the game has to offer. The Wunderwaffe, on the other hand, certainly is. This German-made monster cooks zombies to a crisp with powerful 115 energy, the element that exists solely to explain all the sci-fi elements of these games. Ray gun, 115. Zombies, 115. Teleporters, 115. Perks, 115. Time travel, 115. If something is inaccurate to real life, it's 115. Going forward, nearly every map would have a wonder weapon, most being unique to the map they are presented on. The Waff is not one of these. It would return on several other maps, mostly remasters, which is acceptable due to its classic status. The 4 characters you play as add a lot of personality to the games as well. Tank Dempsey, the angry and fourth-wall-breaking American. Nikolai, the drunken Russian. Takio, the soft-spoken Imperial soldier. And Dr. Edward Richtofen, the very evil and very gay mad German scientist.
I would hurt so good if I put my hand in there.
Oh, that's good. That's okay. Buy me dinner next time.
It's a little gun, but it has a long barrel.
Like my college roommate.
Also, for those wondering, he's not a Nazi. He is not a Nazi. This voice actor confirmed it. Granted, I won't be cosplaying him anytime soon. He is not a Nazi. Don't say he is, he's not. These four are the main zombies characters that make up the Ultimus crew. Not every map features them, but them and their more serious alternate dimension counterparts are the characters you'll follow for most of the zombies experience. In the Black Ops 1 era, we were introduced to a grand total of 6 new maps, not counting remakes or side modes. The ever-iconic Kino der Toten, an abandoned theater that pays homage to the maps before it design-wise. It introduced Nova Crawlers, which are these little exploding gas zombies, and perhaps the most iconic wonder weapon ever, the Thunder Gun. And 5, a zombie shooting adventure taking place in the Pentagon starring John F. fucking Kennedy and Richard Nixon. This map is quite difficult and features the worst wonder weapon ever and the best boss ever, the Pentagon Thief. Every few rounds, he'll show up and steal a weapon from each player one by one. If you can kill him before he leaves, you'll be rewarded with a fire sale power-up, but if he escapes, your guns are gone. After Black Ops 1 launched, the Treyarch Zombies team stepped up their game with the most consistent zombies maps ever, each introducing new mechanics and challenges for the player. Ascension follows the Ultimus crew fighting their way through a zombie-infested Soviet cosmodrome, featuring 2 new perk drinks and 2 special grenades. The perks, Stamina Up and PhD Flopper, went on to become some of the most beloved and iconic perks in the series, with Stamina Up granting its user a movement speed buff, and PhD granting immunity to self-damage, fall damage, and the PhD Flop. It was fucking awesome. The grenades introduced were also cool. The Matryoshka doll acted a bit like a cluster bomb, while the Gersh device acted like a black hole bomb, sucking in zombies to kill them. After the events of this map, we can assume Richtofen took the Gersh device with him.
It's a surprise tool that can help us.
The next map released in this saga would be Call of the Dead, following a celebrity cast of Michael Rooker, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Robert Englund, and Danny Trejo fighting both zombies and an infected George Romero, director of such zombie classics like Night of the Living Dead. This map took place on the Arctic coasts of Siberia, with the celebrities fighting zombies with unique wonder weapons like the Scavenger. And the equally unique but not nearly as cool VR-11.
Huh?
Get out of here!
This map marks the first real Easter egg quest the game would soon add in nearly every coming map. Basically, a set of obscure and often difficult puzzles and challenges required to beat the map. In the quest, the celebrities find that Richtofen and his cronies are on the map. They're just stuck in the closet.
There's a light switch. Oh, I think I found a lever. Perhaps this will turn on the light.
No! Electro! That's not a lever!
If the crew helps them by completing the steps and delivering a strange artifact, the Golden Rod, to Richtofen, he teleports away and rewards them with a Wonderwall power-up. The map itself is well regarded as one of the best, with one glaring issue: George Romero himself. George will constantly follow you throughout the game, and with such a large health pool, he's nearly unkillable. You can in fact kill him if you pour enough bullets into him, or just use the upgraded Scavenger. To which he'll drop a perk, a Death Machine power-up, which becomes a Wonderwaff power-up if you've done the Easter egg, and then he takes a bath before coming back a few rounds later. In their next and most controversial adventure, Ultimus is teleported to Shangri-La, a secluded jungle temple filled with spike traps, power-up stealing monkeys, and of course, zombies. This map was originally very poorly received, and to many, it still is. This is one of the most anti-player maps in zombies history. Not only with its small, claustrophobic design that makes it easy for zombies to ambush you, but for having one of the rarest wonder weapons, 2 boss zombies, one of which is capable of insta-downing you if you're not careful, and a pack-a-punch quest that just will not work unless everyone in the game is in voice chat. Make no mistake, this map is of acquired taste. Even the wonder weapon, the 3179 JGB215, puts you in danger by forcing you to run into hordes of zombies to kill them. Shrunken zombies, to be fair, but they can still bite and scratch at you if you're not careful. The final map I'll talk about in detail is my highly controversial personal favorite, Moon. At the climax of Richtofen's grand scheme, he teleports Ultimus from Area 51 to a secret moon base he helped construct years prior. Moon is crawling with undead space crew and the cosmonaut zombie boss, who real ones call G-Money. Moon features low gravity and zero atmosphere environments that must be combated by wearing the PES space helmet, a hacking tool to manipulate elements of the map, a beautiful biodome, and an overall awesome space age vibe. It also features my personal favorite wonder weapon, the zap guns. You can zap single zombies with it in its dual wield mode, or stick the guns together to form the wave gun, and this thing is just phenomenal. A unique hazard the map presents is the excavators. Every few rounds, these huge digging machines will rumble towards the map, trying to take out parts of the base, removing their precious gravity and air.
You stole.
To keep this from happening, you'll have to rush back to spawn to hack one of 3 terminals to send them back where they came from. Moon concludes the Black Ops 1 Zombies story with a bang, and I do mean that. Each map from the last 4 I've discussed has a special quest to complete for those who dare. These Easter egg quests do not mess around, and most of the maps following these have one. By completing the Easter eggs on the last 3 maps, you'll acquire the Gersh device. In theory, you don't actually have to do this one. The Golden Rod and the Focusing Stone. With these 3 tools, Richtofen can enact his grand scheme. Lore drop. All the zombies are controlled by a little girl, Samantha, inside a giant onyx pyramid on the moon. While Ultimus assumes these artifacts have been gathered to put an end to the zombie scourge, they could not be more wrong. After pressing buttons, smacking a ball around, using the Gersh device to suck up some plates, opening the pyramid, discovering Richtofen's lab partner and father of the previously mentioned little girl stuck as a ghost inside a computer, charging up the Golden Rod and Focusing Stone with said computer, the plan is put into motion. Richtofen swaps souls with Samantha and becomes an all-powerful god in control of the zombies. Something neat about this is that now that he's in control, the announcer changes to his voice and the zombies' eyes turn blue. After this, you'd assume that's it. But Richtofen's partner he totally screwed over is somehow still alive. The computer ghost in question, Maxis, commands Ultimus and Sam, now stuck in the body of an aging German scientist, to press a few more buttons to sever Richtofen's powers, by blowing up the Earth. This phenomenal conclusion caps off the Black Ops 1 Zombies story with a bang, and lore-wise, that's as far as I'll go. If you want to know more, there's videos you could watch, or the best zombies game you could play, Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 has been at the forefront of some heat on social media, and I couldn't really be able to tell you why. It has a wild assortment of crazy maps, such as the Lovecraft-inspired Shadows of Evil, featuring tentacle monsters to shoot at and shoot with, Der Eisendreck, an ancient castle overrun with the undead, and Gorod Kravi, taking place in a war-torn Stalingrad with zombies, robots, and fucking dragons. Black Ops 3 is available on Steam, and through both its many DLC maps and dedicated modding community, almost every released Zombies map is currently playable via the Steam Workshop, from World at War to Black Ops 3. A few maps are still in the process of being remastered by skilled fans, such as Transit and Buried. But classics such as Call of the Dead, Die Rise, and Mob of the Dead have all been faithfully remastered in the Black Ops 3 engine. In addition to the fact that almost every classic Zombies map is playable, there are heaps of custom maps available for fans to play. Underwater maps, Five Nights at Freddy's maps, cowboy maps, Arctic base maps, shitposts. There's a lot of shitposts, I will be real. But with the workshop and loads of awesome maps to play, you and your friends will never run out of fun things to do. The thing is, I'm not really enticed by what Activision is making anymore. I've played up to Black Ops Cold War, which in itself has a list of issues, but anything past that I outright refuse to play. Modern Cod Zombies lacks style. Every map I've seen them make post-Cold War feels so samey. The style of the game feels extremely cluttered with all these health bars, armor systems, gun rarities, and this odd fixation with nostalgia baiting but not actually making the gameplay loop any more like the original. Like, look, we're bringing back the jet gun. We've brought back the ice staff. Whoa, we're remaking Transit. Remember when you thought we'd do that in a good game? Buy our new Beavis and Butthead skins. Whoa! Activision does not care about the people playing their games. They care about how much money they can squeeze out of them, and their newest title is no different. Instead of blowing my money on Black Ops 7, I think I'll play some classic, official, and fan-made remasters of old classics on Black Ops 3's engine. Such as Die Rise, an adventure set in the ruins of a towering Chinese skyscraper system. Maybe I'll play Origins, a generational epic detailing 4 great warriors' ascent on the war-torn battlefields of the Great War. I could play Mob of the Dead, following 4 gangsters' attempts to escape a hell-scorched Alcatraz island. I could play Buried. I can play Buried when it's done, an adventure underground to find the remains of a western settler's town filled with the undead and ghastly witches. These maps are more than just maps. Each is its own adventure, with its own vibe, weapons, and story. Call of Duty Zombies is one of the biggest, they don't make them like these anymore, out there. But luckily, you can still kick back and enjoy it with a few friends, blasting zombies, rolling the box, and seeing just how many rounds you can survive together. I've been Raider Weish, take care.